Okay, my first recipe today is for lemon jelly. I found this recipe in a cookbook by Suor Germana, and here I am picking lemons in front of my in-laws' house. It's winter, so lemons are in season. Wash them and cut them in half, and then you start to juice them. So you can see I used this like manual juicer thing, so it took a while, and then strained it into a measuring cup. Basically, in the end, you're going to add an equal amount of sugar to the lemon juice that you get. And so I just wanted to know how much lemon juice I got from all the lemons that I picked. You basically have to squeeze and squeeze and squeeze, so definitely recommend getting someone to help you like I'm doing here. You can take turns juicing the lemons. In the end, we had almost a liter of lemon juice, which is perfect, exactly what the recipe called for. So I strained it one more time before putting it in a saucepan and adding the same amount of sugar. That's what I'm doing here. Didn't record the sugar part, but that's okay. And then set it over a low heat on the stove and stir and skim off any foam that comes to the top. Also thought it would be nice to add some fresh rosemary, so that's what I'm doing here, just dropping in a few sprigs of rosemary. I didn't let these cook the whole time, so there's not really a taste of rosemary in the jam. I thought it would be nice. I might do it again and add more and let it cook for longer. As you're cooking, it will start to boil and then it will turn clear like this, and you have to cook for quite a long time. Anyone who's made jams or jelly will know, before it starts to get that kind of jelly feel. So once it does, you pour it into sterilized jars, just like this, and then you let it cool and set for 2 days uncovered before you add a little bit of wax paper dipped in alcohol over the top, and you can seal them. So in the end, the consistency was a little bit more like honey than like jelly. Maybe I should have boiled it a little bit longer, but it's still delicious. Okay, next up we have tortellini. So for tortellini dough, you use flour and eggs, and that is it. So you're gonna need a lot of eggs, and just crack them into a mound of flour, and then start to mix them in and mix in the dough. You might need to add more eggs as you go. So here we go, working the dough. This video is featuring my mother-in-law. And then once you've got enough eggs, you really need to work the dough just like you would with a pasta dough. The eggs make it stiffer, so it takes a little bit more time. And then set it inside a plastic bag and let it rest for 30 minutes, just like a normal pasta dough. When the 30 minutes are over, then you start to roll out the dough using a pasta machine, and I'll just let my mother-in-law show you her mad skills at rolling out pasta dough. You can use flour so that it doesn't stick to the pasta machine as it's going through, but don't add too much flour. When the dough is ready, you need to cut it into squares for tortellini. So we found that 4 centimeter by 4 centimeter squares are the best size for the tortellini you want to make. Obviously, you won't be perfect. I'm just eyeballing it here, and some are bigger than others, but that's okay. That's the whole point of homemade pasta. So if you have any scraps, take them off and roll them up and put them back in the bag while you wait. And then, yeah, I'm just cutting squares here. So you can see the bowl of filling. I actually didn't help make the filling. My mother-in-law made that, but it's a combination of different cooked meats we did. But you can do a variety of different fillings. You can find all sorts of recipes, so do whatever you want. When you're ready with your squares of pasta dough, pick a small amount of filling and roll it up into a small ball. It should really be able to balance on the tip of your pinky. That's the amount of filling you want in each of these. And then you're gonna make the pasta shape. So here I'm getting a coffee and I'm getting distracted. So I'm not gonna do a very good job of showing you how to make this on this video, but don't worry, I'll show you again. So you pinch it around your finger and fold the top down. That's the idea, but don't worry, I'll show you again. So here we go. Take a small amount of filling, roll it up into a ball, put it in the middle of the square, pinch the dough around in the shape of a triangle, seal the edges with your fingers, wrap it around a finger, seal it and flip the top over. And that is how you make that tortellini shape. And now I'm going to remember that there's a camera and I'm going to show you up close. Put the dough in the middle, make a little triangle. Wrap it around your finger and flip the top over. And there's the little tortellini. So you keep doing that. It takes a really long time until you have enough for however many people you want to serve.